development continues to be one of the most discussed topics in our community, as you've heard from our candidates, particularly as growth expands into additional commercial corridors and neighborhoods throughout the city. So for our candidates, how should North Augusta support business development and investment throughout all areas of the city besides downtown and riverfront? And we'll start with Ms. Waldrop.
Well, I think we definitely continue to encourage locally owned businesses, and we can create some predictable processes on the city side of things for communication and making permitting and things like that a little bit easier where we can. I think we need to really look at our organization as a whole for the city and make it as simple as possible for business owners, those who want to be business, but also just our citizens in general. But beyond that, I think we continue looking at the 2035 vision with Augusta. I know that our city administrator is a director at large on that committee. Also, what are we doing about using Masters Week? From the Chamber of Commerce standpoint, I don't know what we're doing, I'll be honest, but what if we had a red carpet event in North Augusta like we have in Augusta, right? What if those that are renting large facilities here in North Augusta, we attract them to bring their businesses here. And so I think we can ride the coattails of the Masters a little bit in North Augusta. I've already mentioned the Alliance for Fort Gordon. I think we have Nike Peach Jam that comes every year. I think we figure out who are our VIPs that attend that, and we start looking at building relationships with them and partnerships with those companies that perhaps they represent as far as sponsorships. And then that would, in and of itself, we would have to place businesses in other parts of the city. We couldn't put it in just one or two corridors. Monttown Road couldn't hold it all, and Exit 5 couldn't either. So I would just say I think we have a lot of opportunities to take a look at a lot of different things, and yeah, let's spread the joy across the whole city.
Thank you. Mr. Chancey.
Well, first I would support a corridor by corridor assessment throughout the city. That means, identifying infrastructure needs and vacant commercial properties and beautification, lighting issues, and things of that such. But I would also support regular business roundtables with small businesses in the area. Roundtables with council members, city staff. Many businesses are not asking for special treatment. They just want to know what we can do for them and why they should stay in North Augusta, and what kind of things that what can they benefit from staying here. We need to, let them understand the challenges like permitting and visibility, traffic, workforce needs, partnering with South Carolina workforce. I think that that's an important thing to get, employees into the area. I believe infrastructure and appearance matter tremendously for business investment. I would support practical improvements like road maintenance, but businesses are more likely to invest where, in the city. That's also investing attention in them as well.
Thank you. Mr. Bud?
Yes, ma'am. Y'all can see the road coming to exit 1. We got the big development called the Hive. We have the new development near Monterey's coming, and then there was recently a development that could have been planned, or I think it's still kind of in the works, but we put a stop to a couple K-block track off behind Highland Hill. So I say that we have growth coming. The things that we're trying to stay on top of is we're already looking at putting a public safety building forward on Morgantown Road, or somewhere in that corridor, because we know that that's where growth is coming. And then, of course, we're always looking at other areas as well. But going back to helping promote small businesses, we do the third Thursday, and it's pretty much just around here, downtown, Riverside Village, and we have the trolley that goes around. I like to see us use our other trolley and take that to other businesses throughout the city. So if you want to go down here, you can go to other businesses, Exit 5. We have some new boutiques up there, and I think that would be something that's really cool to do.
Thank you. Ms. McCauley?
Okay, so back to downtown versus the other areas of the community. I don't believe it should be one or the other. As city leaders, we need to take a look at our entire community. Yes, downtown and riverfront have Incumbent not seeing the level of investment or attention that it has today. Now, over 15 businesses in just the past 4 or 5 years have opened in that corridor. At the same time, we have new businesses that have opened on Martintown Road, including small and medium, potentially larger scale businesses going into that area. Exit 5 over the last 4 or 5 years, due to its proximity between Washington Road and Aiken, has had numerous businesses open, including hotels, restaurants, and retail. We've also seen the success of Hobby Lobby, Five Below, and Marshalls. So North Augusta is prime for business development. All these areas are chosen by business leaders based off of the environment provided. And as city council members, it's our job to continue to create an environment where businesses can thrive, and that's what I would work on.
Thank you. Mr. Shellhorse?
Yes, I think there's wonderful planning tools that we can employ to revitalize parts of town that basically need it. Think about East Martintown Road, down towards Atomic Road, Belvedere, a place that I really have a heart for, serving on the board of community ministry. There's wonderful planning tools like overlay districts where we can decide on the type of development. We can also decide on things like incentives. We don't have to have a preponderance of payday lenders and liquor stores and other vape shops and all that stuff concentrated in these areas. There's things that we can do from a planning standpoint. I think that those types of stores reinforce negative economic outcomes. And I think we can get really smart in our planning on how we do this. I have experience doing that. I wrote the Big Mill Village Revitalization Plan in Gaffney, South Carolina, for example, where we looked at everything from the zoning to the infrastructure needs, and also involved the public, involved a community task force from that area to tell us what they want. I think there's great grant opportunities for plans that we can do. We can work with the Lower Savannah Council of Governments, our dedicated grant writing resource, and I think we can bring relief and revitalization to other parts of our city.